Folks, it appears the Trump Bible scam goes even deeper than we previously knew. This is like a Russian nesting doll of scam on top of scam on top of scam, although I think this time it's more fitting to actually call it a Chinese nesting doll. I'll explain why in just a minute. My name is Brett Meiselas, here with the MeidasTouch Network. Remember to hit subscribe. We're on our way to 3.5 million. So here's the headline news right here, summed up by our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski. Trump's Bibles are made in Hangzhou, China. They shipped 120,000 of them this year to the U.S. The cost to the wholesaler is $3 each. Trump is selling them for $60. Are his new China tariffs going to be slapped on these since they cost American jobs, or will they get one of his famous waivers? Good question there by Ron. Let's dig into this. Donald Trump's USA Bibles made in China. Sound familiar? Well, it's like a lot of his products. We'll get into that a little later. But let's dig into this article from the Associated Press. Trump has long blasted China's trade practices. His quote, "God bless the USA Bibles," were printed there, the Associated Press writes. Thousands of copies of Donald Trump's God Bless the USA Bible were printed in a country that the former president has repeatedly accused of stealing American jobs and engaging in unfair trade practices, China. Global trade records reviewed by the Associated Press show a printing company in China's eastern city of Hangzhou shipped close to 120,000 of the Bibles to the United States between early February and late March. The estimated value of the three separate shipments was $342,000, or less than $3 per Bible, according to databases that use customs data to track exports and imports. The minimum price for the Trump-backed Bible is $59.99, putting the potential sales revenue at about $7 million. The largest and most recent load of 70,000 copies of Trump's Bible arrived by container vessel at the Port of Los Angeles on March 28th, 2 days after Trump announced in a video posted on Truth Social that he had partnered with country singer Lee Greenwood to hawk the Bibles. In the video, Trump blended religion with his campaign message as he urged viewers to buy the Bible, inspired by Greenwood's ballad, God Bless the USA. The Bible included copies of the U.S. Constitution, Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, and Pledge of Allegiance. Quote, "The Bible is a reminder that the biggest thing we have to bring back in America and to make America great again is our religion," Trump said. Judeo-Christian values, he added, are under attack perhaps as never before. And this is not the only scam that we are tracking. Not only are Donald Trump's Bibles made in China, apparently, per all of this reporting, but we are seeing that Oklahoma has been attempting to purchase 55,000 Bibles for their public schools. Now, if that weren't bad enough, separation of church and state, the requirements that are being set by Ryan Walters, who is the superintendent of schools there, magically match up exactly with only one Bible in the world, Donald Trump's Bible. And this is great reporting, by the way, by OklahomaWatch.org, an incredible nonprofit. Check them out. They are doing such incredible reporting. Shout out to them. So Ryan Walters released a video earlier, and in this video, he tried to act like, this isn't about Donald Trump's Bible. This is just the liberal media making things up. I think it's just that your scam was so obvious that everybody saw right through it. Here's what he had to say.
To us, and we are proud to be the first state to put the Bible back in the classroom. Also, I have no knowledge of who will be the person who provides these Bibles to the schools. I don't know who the vendor will be. I don't know who's applied for that. That's a process that's ongoing that I will ensure is fair and transparent. But what I do know is that the left-wing media hates Donald Trump so much, and they hate the Bible so much, they will lie and go to any means necessary to stop this initiative from happening.
Now, after listening to him, let me go through some of these requirements. Let me go through some of our reporting here. The grift that keeps on grifting. Oklahoma's push for the Trump Bible. Here it goes. Earlier this week, the Oklahoma Department of Education opened bids to vendors to supply the department with about 55,000 new Bibles to eventually get into the public school systems. The requirements for the vendors include, and listen to this carefully, Bibles must be the King James Version, must contain the Old and New Testaments, must include copies of the Pledge of Allegiance, Declaration of Independence, U.S. Constitution, and the Bill of Rights, and must be bound in leather or a leather-like material. Now, you just heard me say that. Now let's listen to the video that Trump put out to commemorate Independence Day, where he issued a special reminder that his Bible includes all of the things that you just heard right there. Watch this.
This week, as we celebrate America's birthday, we remember 1776, and the commemoration of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence, a document you'll find and be able to read very easily in this special God Bless the USA Bible. The Declaration of Independence is here along with the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. It's a Bible that I encourage you to have in your home. I have it. A lot of my friends have it, and we all cherish it. I'd like to wish everybody a very happy 4th of July. Independence is a beautiful word here in America, and one we should be dedicated to keeping in this great, great nation.
I mean, it just can't be any more obvious. And as you dig deeper, you see that Donald Trump just does this with every single one of his products. Look at the new Donald Trump watches, the 100,000 Trump Victory Tourbillon watches that he is selling on his website. Well, watch experts digged into these watches, which they're branding as Swiss watches, and experts are saying these are probably made in China. Let me read you this reporting from The Hollywood Reporter. Trump's vastly overpriced $100,000 Swiss watch is probably made in China, experts say. The former president's new timepieces are the laughingstock of watch aficionados who cast doubt on their true origins. And let's read a little bit of the piece here. A marketing director of a well-known Swiss brand who asked not to be named to keep his opinion separate from the company that employs him agreed, I belong to a collector group that maintains an ongoing group chat, and the initial reaction was that it had to be fake. After that, everyone was laughing. He said of the more expensive piece, when you look at all of them, they scream Chinese-made watch. None of them is worth the asking price. Indeed, even though the website touts Swiss-made when describing the watches, it's not uncommon among manufacturers of lower-priced designs to manipulate that designation by purchasing some Swiss-made parts and assembling the watch in another country. By Thursday afternoon, several experts across social media pointed out that the more expensive watch's tourbillon, a mechanism designed to improve accuracy and typically found in pricier timepieces, seem to be sourced from both Switzerland and China. Those blue screws on the tourbillon cage are a dead giveaway that it was partly made in China. You won't find blue screws on a tourbillon made in Switzerland, noted the marketing director, and you could pick up a Chinese tourbillon for $100. 15 years ago, if you wanted a Swiss-made tourbillon, it would be $50,000, Adam confirmed, but the Chinese came along with a lower-priced tourbillon, so today you could get a watch for around $6,000, but it should not be confused with a tourbillon design fully made in Switzerland. Several other details also reveal a lack in quality. The gem setting looks very rough, while the indices on the dial also look set within the markers, not outset, which also looks very amateurish, the marketing director noted. And if you play the video, you can see dust on all the screws. It's really terrible. And now let's also dig into Mr. America First here, Donald Trump, to see how America First he truly is. Let's first off look at these watches. Where does he ship these watches to that he is selling for this amount of money? And is this sketchy? I think so. Donald Trump is shipping these watches worldwide. International customers are able to purchase these $150,000 watches. Not only that, they're able to purchase them with cryptocurrency, which is very difficult to trace. I think you're starting to see that there could also be other kind of elements going on here. I'll let you make the connection of what you think Donald Trump might be doing there. But we could look through just a long history of Donald Trump making all of his products in China throughout the years. This is not a guy who cares one bit about America First or America Jobs if you actually look at his actions. So I don't know if you remember this ad from the Hillary Clinton campaign where they aired this bit that was with Donald Trump on David Letterman, where Letterman looked at Trump's products and noted that they were all made overseas. Watch this.
As a line of clothing. Now, where were these made?
These were made, I don't know where they were made, but they were made someplace. But they're great. It's ties, shirts, cufflinks, everything sold at Macy's, and they're doing great.
Where are the shirts made? Bangladesh.
Well, it's good. Okay. We employ people in Bangladesh.
Ties? Where are the ties
they
made?
Have to work
These are
too.
Beautiful ties.
They are great ties.
The ties are made in where? China? China. Ties are made in China.
And Trump's ties to China are vast. I mean, do you remember the reporting in October of 2020 that showed that Donald Trump's tax records that he maintains a Chinese bank account? I mean, you cannot make this up. Here's a little bit from that report. President Trump's tax records, this is from when he was president, show that China is one of 3 foreign countries where he maintains a bank account, the New York Times reported Tuesday. The account is controlled by Trump International Hotels Management LLC, which paid $188 $88,000, $561 in taxes in China from 2013 to 2015. I mean, Trump is paying more taxes to China than he is to the United States of America. And he is inextricably linked to China in so many ways. For example, we found this footage of Donald Trump admitting that an entire floor of Trump Tower is occupied by the headquarters of China's largest state-run bank. They could have set up anywhere in the country. They chose to set up in Trump Tower. Watch this.
The biggest bank in the world is from China. You know where their United States headquarters is located? In Trump Tower. I love China.
Not to mention that Donald Trump praises Chinese President Xi at every opportunity he gets, like during his rallies. Watch this.
These killers, these are sharp. You know, the press gets angry. They said, is President Xi of China, is he a smart man? I said, no, he's a brilliant man. He controls 1.4 billion people with an iron fist. He makes guys like Biden look like babies. They don't even know whether they're coming or going. Yes, he's... The next day, headline, Trump calls him brilliant. How dare? No, okay. Let's say he's not a smart man. Okay, whatever makes you happy. No matter what you do, I say he's a brilliant man. They went crazy because I called him brilliant. So I'm just going to have to say, he's okay. He's okay.
And Trump's subservience to China also has real-world effects and actually is harmful for folks in our country. I mean, remember, as COVID was spreading, Donald Trump was trusting China every step of the way. He tries to rewrite history now, but he was praising President Xi. Here's one of his posts from February 2020. Just had a long and very good conversation by phone with President Xi of China. He is strong, sharp, and powerfully focused on leading the counterattack on the coronavirus. He feels they are doing well, very well, even building hospitals in a matter of only days. Well, we all know how that ended. And Donald Trump's ties to China and these various tariffs and everything he tries to do just ends up shipping our jobs off to China and screwing our farmers here at home. We made this video back in 2020 showing Donald Trump's love for China. I thought it was very powerful then, and I think it's very powerful now. So I wanted to resurface this so you guys can watch it. Check this out.
The trade war with China is having negative effects on the U.S. economy.
I realized that it was going to affect us.
I don't like raising my prices.
Farmers are the ones that are taking it on the job.
It doesn't look like a big win for the United States.
No, it doesn't at all.
I like China. Am I supposed to dislike them?
John Bolton, the former national security advisor for President Trump, writes in his book, as it relates to President Trump's meetings with President Xi, Trump then stunningly turned the conversation to the coming U.S. presidential election, pleading with Xi to ensure he'd win.
There's a sense here in Beijing that another 4 years of Trump would benefit Beijing.
People say, oh, you don't like China. No, I love.
And I could go on and on and on here, right? There was the 18 trademarks in 2 months given to Donald Trump and Ivanka Trump after Donald Trump took office. I mean, certainly nothing sketchy going on there, that they expedited these trademarks for Ivanka. And it's still going on today. Donald Trump just continues to bow down to these foreign leaders, to our adversaries at every step of the way. So there was this bombshell reporting yesterday by Woodward about Donald Trump calling Vladimir Putin at least 7 times since leaving office. But perhaps even most damning was a story about Donald Trump when America needed tests the most at the height of the pandemic, giving our highly coveted tests to Vladimir Putin for his personal use. Donald Trump denied this story yesterday, but guess who confirmed it today? The Kremlin. Here's a tweet from Carl Quintanilla saying how the Trump campaign says none of these made-up stories by Bob Woodward are true, but the Kremlin says that Trump sent Putin COVID tests while he was president. And I think we could just wrap this off, we could just put this all, tie a bow on this all by I want to play you this montage that our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, made. It's of Donald Trump pitching his various scams, trinkets, grifts, products, whatever you want to call these. We'll start with the Bible, and then we'll just go back to all the various grifts that Donald Trump is pushing out there. And like none of these products made in the USA. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. And when you see it together like this, it looks so obvious. Watch this.
Part of this, God bless the USA Bible, and it's just very important and very important to me. I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it for your heart.
Enjoy steaks of this quality in one of my resort restaurants or America's finest steakhouses, but now that's changed. Today, through the Sharper Image, you can enjoy the world's greatest steaks in your own home with family, friends, any. So what do you think of my Trump home mattress collection by Serta? Finally, the same luxury and comfort I demand in my hotels.
Oh, they'll never count sheep again.
Listen.
Mr. Trump, please.
My new game is Trump, the game.
Trump, the game where you deal for everything you've ever wanted to own. Because it's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you win.
Yes!
Play Trump, the game from Milton Bradley.
I think you'll like it.
Vodka, and I'm very proud of the fact, actually, that I don't drink, but it's a vodka that people really like, and as you know, it's taken off like crazy.
We're going to have professors and adjunct professors that are absolutely terrific people, terrific brains, successful. We are going to have the best of the best. And honestly, if you don't learn from them, if you don't learn from me, if you don't learn from the people that we're going to be putting forward, and these are all people that are handpicked by me, then you're just not going to make it in terms of the world.
Will be the Trump shuttle that services air commuters between Boston, New York, and Washington.
You had other people wanting this very much, as we all know, and it was just really a nice victory. It was a very sweet victory.
The shuttle service went up in typical Trump style.
We were the first plane out this morning. We were the most successful flight this morning. We had more people than anybody else, and I think we had better service than anybody else. My suits will guarantee you're always boardroom ready. But every great suit needs a great shirt and tie. My dress shirts are 100% cotton, ensuring you look sharp all day long. Add a bold satin tie with the double Windsor knot, and that's a power statement. And one last tip, top it off with a pair of elegant cufflinks, and you're ready for business. The Donald J. Trump Signature Collection, only at Macy's. The Trump Network wants to give millions of people renewed hope and with an exciting plan to opt out of the recession. Let's get out of this recession right now. With cutting-edge health and wellness formulas and a system where you can develop your own financial independence, the Trump Network offers people the opportunity to achieve their American dream. I'm still looking at a bottle of water, Trump water, actually, most of it. Some of it, we had to go to a much lesser quality water. You want to get those Trump bottles, I think, more than anybody else. But we're bringing a beautiful coffee table book put out by Winning Team Publishing. Every photo in it, and there are many, has been picked by me, and every caption is my own. Trading cards are back with a bang. Series 2, the new collection, features incredible artwork of me as a rock star and also as a monster trucker. People love to collect baseball cards, but why settle for that when you can collect the greatest trading card in history, like Trump digital trading cards? And they love what we've done. That's the real deal. That's the real deal. It is an authentic piece of the suit I wore when I took that now famous mugshot, and it was a great suit, believe me, a really good suit. It's all cut up, and you're going to get a piece of it. I'll be autographing some of them. A true collector's item. This is something to give to your family, to your kids and grandchildren, with the purchase of 47.
So we're going to keep following all of Donald Trump's scams, whether it's the Bibles or his watches or anything else. Even if the corporate media doesn't want to cover these things, we will here at the MeidasTouch Network. So here's what you could do. Hit the subscribe button. We are on our way to 3.5 million subscribers. Help us get this message out. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this report. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram at MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.